In this video, I'm going to be showing you how I give the good old tin of baked beans a major upgrade, and it's delicious. G'day everybody and welcome back to my Aussie Gardening Kitchen. If it's your first time here, my name's Darren, but please call me Daz, and we're about to give these baked beans an upgrade, so let's go. First of all, I get some olive oil and get it into the pan, and we'll get the bacon into the hot pan. And straight away you can hear that beautiful sizzle. Get it moving around in the pan, just so it doesn't stick and burn. We'll give this bacon about 2 minutes in the pan, just making sure we don't burn it. And that could vary depending on the heat of your cooktop that you're using. I've got mine on a medium to high heat at the moment, about 3/4. Now, if you don't want any meat of any kind in your baked beans, by all means, leave out the step of the bacon. You don't have to have the bacon. In this recipe, it is how it is, but by all means, omit it from the recipe completely and just do all the other steps. To this, we're going to add our onion. Now, I prefer to use a red onion just for the colour and the presentation, but I've actually run out of them and I've only got brown onions left in my storage. So today, it's brown onion, but the choice is yours. I also prefer the red onion just because of that slight sweetness, that flavour that they have that's a bit different to the brown onion. So we're just giving that a mix. And we're just going to cook this down a little bit just to get these onions translucent, looking a little bit clear in the pan, and to draw out a bit of flavour as well. If you do decide to use bacon, it's totally your call as to what cut of bacon, what type of bacon you like to use. We've got a shortcut bacon here, just because that's the bacon that we have in the house at the moment. But by all means, you use whatever type of bacon you like. So we're just giving these a really nice sweat, just to draw out the flavours of the bacon and the onion, which combine absolutely beautifully. So, love this combination. As I said, if you don't want the bacon, leave it out. Just start with the onion and move forward with the steps that I'm doing from the onion. So here I've got a cup of red capsicum, or red bell peppers as other people say in other parts of the world. Just get them stirred in nicely. I've still got a 3/4 heat here. I've not changed the heat at all. Alright, so they've been going for about a minute now. So I'm just going to get some black pepper. Add black pepper to taste. I'd recommend about a 1/4 teaspoon max. So here I've got some garlic and some French mustard. It's up to you what type of mustard you use. You can use any type of mustard you like, really, and obviously you need to take that into consideration for the flavour that's going to give your dish. But as I said, I'm using French mustard here. It's the one that we prefer. Get this all stirred in. And if you're familiar with my other videos, as always, do not burn your garlic because it will give a bitter taste to your recipe. Now that we've got that in there, let's add 4 teaspoons of tomato paste. Let's say heaped teaspoons. Stirring that in. Of course, we're making sure it doesn't burn on the bottom. Here, we've got raw sugar. Get that stirred in. You can really smell all those flavours coming together now. Oh, it's smelling good. Alright, now working quickly so it doesn't burn. Okay, so we're going to get our baked beans in there. Just quickly give that a stir so it doesn't catch, with all that sugar and stuff in there. The rest of the baked beans. Okay, now I'm going to put my kidney beans, red kidney beans. And I drained about 3/4 of the liquid out of that tin. And I've got a tin here of diced tomatoes. I've just got some in my eye. I'll just pretend that nothing happened. Okay, so we're stirring that in, combining that well. Now I should have pointed out that with the bacon, I like to give the bacon just a rough, large dice, just so people can see chunks of bacon floating around in there when they serve up their baked beans. This is a smoky barbecue sauce, and we'll put that in now. Again, giving it a stir. And it's still on the 3/4 heat here. And here I've got some spring onions from my garden, or green onions as people say elsewhere. And you guessed it, we'll stir that in. First of all, I'll just reduce the heat a little, like so. And I'm just popping the lid on, just to retain the heat and also to keep some of the moisture in there so it does not evaporate too much at all, because we want that liquid in there as well. Now, an absolute optional extra is to get Vegemite, about a teaspoon of Vegemite, and pop that in. Now, for my friends overseas, if you've got access to the Amazon US store, I've actually got links in my description where you can buy Vegemite from Amazon and have it shipped via Amazon US. But this is a totally optional extra. Now, for my friends overseas that are wondering what Vegemite is, it's basically a yeast extract. And the best way to describe the flavour, number one, is it's salty, very salty. Imagine if you had a beef bouillon cube and maybe you just put a little bit of water onto that and were to taste it, it'd be so overpowering and strong in flavour. That's pretty much how Vegemite kind of tastes. Maybe like really condensed down soy sauce. So over here, we generally spread it on sandwiches for Vegemite sandwiches, or on toast and have Vegemite and toast. And there are recipes. I like to put it into stews and soups, and this here in particular. But as I said, it's totally optional. And what this is going to do for me is it's going to give this a salty, almost a slightly beefy, salty flavour, just a hint, just by putting in that teaspoon. We'll get that lid back on, and we're just going to let this simmer for a few minutes just to get all those flavours mixed together. Everything's pretty much cooked. We don't want to overcook those red peppers, the red capsicum, very important. I don't want them to disintegrate and go into mush, so we're not going to cook it for too long. If you'd like to find out more about Vegemite, I've got a big video on my channel that you can go and have a look at, all about Vegemite. It's totally dedicated to Vegemite. If you wanted to know about Vegemite, that's the video you can go to. As always, taste as you go. Oh, spot on. Oh, yum. It's good. Okay, I've turned off my hot plate here. Just as I said that, the fan stopped. It's nice and quiet now. So, yep, it's done. Wow, it smells fantastic. Oh, can't wait. So just a reminder that the bacon and the Vegemite are total optional extras. You don't have to add them at all. But if you do, they will enhance the flavour, and it is quite enjoyable with them in there, but it's obviously your choice. This smells so good right now. If you wouldn't mind clicking the like button and giving me a thumbs up, I'd really appreciate it, as it does help my video with YouTube being shared out. And also, if you were to check out this video that's popping up on screen now, it's going to take you to the history of Vegemite, the big video that I've done. Thank you so much, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye for now.